Go get us another round of drinks, Carter, and don't take so long this time. You sent men to kill her.
My father. On a steel table. In the basement morgue.
I'll find you! You'll never be safe! Evelyn!
I should have been thinking about my forensics midterm. Instead, I was counting footsteps in a locked lab at 2:17 in the morning. Campus security locked this wing at midnight. Whoever came in now did belong here.
Count it again.
300 grand, board research brand accounts, scrubbed twice, no essential cereals.
I had seen the rumors. Missing grant money, offshore accounts, and one note in my father's old notebook.
Someone's back there.
I didn't run. There was nowhere to go. I knew his name the second I saw him. On this campus, everyone did. No one said it out loud.
Name?
Evelyn Carter.
What were you doing back there, Carter?
Tissue segmenting. Nothing that concerns you.
Luca, we can't leave a witness. She'll run her mouth.
Will you run your mouth, Carter?
He looked at me like he was deciding where to put the body. If you shoot me here, you've got a bigger problem than one witness. 4 different tread patterns, wool on every edge you passed, prints on that cash, residue from whatever wrapped it. Campus PD does a basic forensics pass. They ID all of you in 3 days. I'm the only person in this room who knows how to clean it properly. No trace. Nothing to find. You let me help, there's no crime scene. You kill me, you've got 2 bodies and a mess even a freshman could solve. Then I saw it. A casing by his boot. The head stamp. The uneven crimp on the primer. I had seen that exact mark before. In my father's autopsy photos.
You clean crime scenes.
I studied dead people for a grade. I know what leaves evidence and what doesn't.
Do it. Every last trace. If I find so much as a fiber...
You won't.
I had my first real lead in my pocket before he even realized he had given me one.
Done.
You're good.
I study hard.
You didn't get into this program on grades alone, did you, Carter?
I applied like everyone else.
I knew your father.
That was the first real blow. Not the money, not the gun. Him saying he knew my father like it meant nothing.
Tomorrow after your last lecture, basement morgue. You report to me. You work for me now.
Same caliber, same crimp, same gun. I had found my first real lead, and I had just walked straight into the middle of it. My last lecture ended at 4. I went straight to the basement. If Luca wanted me in his world, I wanted to see how deep it went.
Carter, this is Ezekiel Logan. Ezekiel. Everyone calls me Zeke.
You wanted me here.
One of ours got into a fight last night, stabbed a kid from the Southside crew, left blood all over the alley by the library. Campus police picked up the body an hour ago.
You want me to tamper with evidence?
I want you to do your job. You said you know how to clean a scene. It's the same thing, just bigger.
Relax. The guy was already dead when our man found him. We just don't need cops digging into why our guy was there.
I didn't believe him. It didn't matter. Where's the evidence log?
Already pulled. All yours. Swap the samples, wipe the weapon if it comes in, whatever you forensics people do.
Luca didn't help. He just watched me work, like he was measuring how much damage I could do if I ever turned on him.
Mind if I borrow a pen? Mine died.
Top pocket. I heard the zipper. I logged it away. In rooms like this, nothing casual ever was.
Done. Any sample they run will tie straight to the South Side crew. Nothing links your guy.
You're useful, Carter. Don't make me regret keeping you around.
I'm just doing what you told me.
I didn't know which was worse, working for the family that probably killed my father, or knowing they were already starting to trust me.
Evelyn Carter?
That's me.
I know you were in the West Lab last night at 2 a.m.
I had a midterm report due.
Sure you did. I know what goes on in this school. I know who you were with. Those people? They don't leave witnesses. Not for long.
Great. Another man with answers, and another man deciding how much of them I deserved.
You want protection? You want to make it through the semester in one piece? You call me. You tell me when they move, when they meet, what they're moving.
Why would I do that?
Because I'm the only thing standing between you and a body bag in that basement morgue. And right now, you're running out of options.
They wanted my hands. He wants my eyes. And both of them thought I was out of options. Luca texted me an hour before the gala. Be there. Wear something nice. I arrived in a thrust black dress holding name bags like hired help.
Took you long enough.
New assistant, Luca?
Something like that. Go get us another round of drinks, Carter, and don't take so long this time.
He wasn't asking for drinks. He was reminding me where he thought I belonged.
That's a new low, even for Vitali. He's got you running drinks now?
I'm fine.
No, you're not. He's testing you. Next, it'll be evidence tampering. Then he'll be disposing of something you can't come back from.
I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Because from where I'm standing, you're one bad move away from ending up in that basement freezer. And I'm the only one who can pull you out.
What do you want, Walker?
Same thing I wanted yesterday. Tell me what they were doing in the body was. I can make this easy for you.
I was doing a lab assignment.
Bullshit. Better get those back. Your boss is waiting.
He's got a point, you know?
Sebastian Walker isn't my friend. He doesn't care if I get hurt. He just cares about making his case.
And you think I don't? I care about not wasting useful people. Come on. Luca's busy schmoobering for 10 more minutes. I got something you might want.
My father's name hit harder than any threat in that ballroom.
It's partial, campus police files from when it happened. Most of it's redacted. But it's more than you've got right now, isn't it?
Why are you giving me this?
Because we can help each other. You keep doing good work for Luca. You keep your eyes open. Every time you bring me something useful, I bring you another page. Fair warning, Sebastian's got his own copy. And he's not going to trade you for it nice.
One man wanted me scared. One man wanted me useful. And both of them were holding pieces of my father over my head. The archive smelled like dust and old paper. I had picked the lock 10 minutes earlier looking for 2014 medical staff files.
Empty box. Smoke in the back room. Someone had gotten there first.
You shouldn't be here.
You're burning personnel records.
I'm cleaning up old messes, things that don't need to be around anymore.
I saw my father's name burn in front of me, and he didn't even bother pretending it was anything else.
Your father knew the rules. He signed the NDA, he took the money, then he got greedy, started asking questions he shouldn't.
He was a doctor. He took care of people.
He took care of people who didn't want to be taken care of. That's not my problem. Don't make it yours. Stop digging, Carter. Some truths stay buried. You'll be happier that way.
He wanted me to stop digging. Instead, he gave me one more reason not to. I knew the scar on his wrist before my brain would let me say the rest. My father. on a steel table, in the basement morgue. Someone had taken this picture. Someone had slipped it under my door. Someone knew exactly what I was looking for. I wasn't chasing rumors anymore. Someone inside this place was watching me dig. A week later, I forged a permission slip, slipped past the night guard, and picked the ballistics lab lock myself. I was done waiting for someone else to tell me the truth. I had looked at that photo every night for a week. The proof was either here, or I was out of lies to tell myself. Same weapon, same uneven crimp, same barrel scratch. Proof doesn't shout. It just sits there and refuses to move.
Ezekiel Logan. She's getting closer. She asked about the 2014 personnel files today. Yeah, I know. My father ordered the hit 3 years ago. She digs too deep. She'll figure it out. Keep her busy in the lab. She's useful right now. She doesn't need to know the rest.
Carlin, for 3 months, I had stayed careful, quiet, small. My father had hidden the real record where no one would think to look. Around my neck the whole time. Okay, I thought. No more careful. If Luca and his father wanted me useful, I was done being useful for free.
Carter, you don't usually come to us.
I need to talk to Luca.
What do you want?
Heard the Southside crew burned the warehouse on 57th. Left half their product and all their books behind. Police will be there by morning. I can go tonight, clean the scene, make it look like they turned on each other.
You hear a lot?
I pay attention. I want access to the old morgue case files, 2010 to 2015.
You're still digging.
I'm still curious. You get a clean scene, I get old paperwork. Fair trade.
Fine. Ezekiel will give you the key. You mess this up, you don't get a second chance.
He thought I was bargaining for answers. I was bargaining for access and time.
That warehouse scene was too clean. The transfer slip, Giovanni's account number, that was you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you don't. Luca doesn't know I saw it, and I'm not going to tell him.
Why?
Because Giovanni Vitali has been sitting on my family's share of the business for 6 years. You want him gone, I want him gone. We'd be smarter working together than against each other. Want to stop digging and start burning?
Information for information. You get me my father's full case file, I get Giovanni's books where they'll do the most damage. That's the deal.
No small talk. I can respect that.
He wanted an alliance. I wanted pages. Pages were safer. You said the archives burned.
I back things up. Comes with the job. Never trust only one copy of anything.
Police bought the gang war angle, but Luca's suspicious. He knows someone's feeding the cops leads. He doesn't know who.
Let him wonder. He'll never guess it's me.
The warehouse fire was you.
I was in my dorm all night.
Right. You're working for them, cleaning up their messes. Sooner or later, you're gonna get caught in the crossfire.
Tell me when their next shipment comes in. Give me that, and I can make your father's case move. Quiet. Clean.
Next Wednesday, Pier 12 warehouse, midnight.
It was true. It just wasn't Vitali's shipment.
FBI's raiding 3 Vitali fronts in 3 days. Basement morgue is one of them. You'd be nowhere near it when they go in. I can't pull you out once the doors come down.
3 days. 3 days to finish laying every piece of the trap. And if I missed, I would go down with them.
I had spent 2 nights cracking the encryption on my father's hidden drive. At 1:15 in the morning, it finally opened. 20 years of research grant money siphoned through shell companies into Giovanni Vitali's accounts. My father had found the same trail. That's why they killed him.
You said you needed system access.
I found the full money trail. If we plant this on the board's internal server, time for the summit, every trustee sees it at once, no way to bury it.
Uploading it big will flag security.
Then we bury it in the 2014 audit doc-hive. Set it to auto-restore the morning of the summit. Someone opens it by accident, no trace back to us.
You're colder than I thought, Carter.
Just thorough.
Done. Summit's in 4 days. It'll drop right on schedule.
Good.
Get your coat. My father wants to meet you. Now, Carter, he doesn't wait for anyone.
Giovanni Vitali had finally said my name.
Evelyn Carter, I've heard excellent things about your work.
Mr. Vitali, nothing about him looked like a killer. That was the point.
We have a small problem in the private morgue downstairs. One of our associates died before we could move him off campus. Official cause of death needs to be a street brawl. No ties to this university, no ties to me. Can you do that?
Yes.
Good. Prove yourself tonight and we'll discuss a permanent place in the organization. Your father would have been proud.
I'll be right out here.
Not a bar fight. Execution. Same story, dressed in cheaper evidence.
You got samples on you.
Walker,
FBI's doing a surprise sweep in 8 minutes. They'll pat down anyone leaving this wing. Give them to me.
why would I trust you locked up more than you want revenge?
Because I won't. Give me the samples. I'll run them off the books. No name, no paper track back to you.
Back stairwell's unlocked. Go now, before they get here. Summit's in 2 days. Giovanni's going to announce his takeover of the board. That's when you make your move. Be ready.
Back in my dorm, I laid everything out. Casing, mem, USB, autopsy file, bullet fragment. Giovanni sent you. Cheap, freshly printed. Sloppy enough to be useful.
You ordered it. She knew too much. The South Side takes the blame. Problem solved.
You sent men to kill her. After every mess she's cleaned up for us.
She's a curious girl, Luca. Curiosity gets people killed. You're supposed to be dead.
Guess your guys weren't very good. The South Side didn't take me. Your father did. He tried to have me killed tonight. I can take him down, Luca. All of it. The money, the bodies, the grant fraud, every secret he's buried for 20 years. Get me on that stage tomorrow and I'll burn his whole empire to the ground.
You little...
I'm not talking to you. For the first time, I wasn't asking for access. I was offering destruction.
I'll cut the feed on your signal.
This university has always stood for excellence, for integrity, for building a better future for our children.
I had spent months being useful in the shadows. On that stage, I stopped hiding. This is 20 years of university research grant money, sloughed out of lab budgets, diverted through shell companies, deposited directly into Giovanni Vitali's personal bank accounts. Over $380 million. This man was the chief physician for the Vitali family for 18 years. He found the fraud. He requested an audit. 3 weeks later, he was shot in his clinic. The police called it a robbery. Same gun that killed my father killed 5 other men between 2012 and 2019, all of them written off as gang violence.
This is slander!
Curiosity gets people killed. The South Side takes the blame. Problem solved. Problem solved.
FBI! Nobody move! This entire building is surrounded. We've got warrants for every member of the Vitali organization.
The room erupted, but I wasn't done yet.
There are 3 more people in this room who owe you an explanation. 3 men who told me they were on my side. Every single one of them was lying. Ezekiel Logan, you bugged my bag the first day we met in the morgue. You sent transcripts of everything I said straight to Giovanni.
She's getting too close to the 2014 files. Feed her a few redacted pages. Keep her occupied.
And you had my father's full case file for 3 years. Sebastian Walker, you knew the truth from day one. You knew Giovanni ordered my father's murder. You knew the bullet matched his gun. You just didn't tell me, because I was bait.
Evelyn.
No. And you watched me dig for answers for months. You burned my father's personal files. You told me he got what he deserved. All along, you knew.
Yeah, I know. My father ordered the hit 3 years ago. Keep her busy in the lab. She's useful right now. She doesn't need to know the rest.
I'll find you! You'll never be safe! Evelyn, wait! Evelyn!
I'm leaving. The family, all of it. I want you to come with me. We can go west. Start over.
You bugged my bag the first day we met. You fed Giovanni as every word I said. You my father's full file and gave me redacted pages like treats.
I had to play the game. If I'd moved too soon.
You had 100 chances to tell me the truth. You chose not to every single time. Too late.
Witness protection. New name, new city, full relocation. I can get you approved in a week.
How generous.
It's the least I can do.
The least you can do? You and swim after me as bait. You knew him would come after me and happen because I was more useful to you in the dark.
I mean it about protection. I can keep you safe.
I don't need your protection. Three men had all called it protection. What they meant was control. I went back to the basement morgue one last time to close the loop where it started.
I looked everywhere for you. Giovanni's in federal custody, half the crew flipped, the board's scrambling, the whole thing's falling apart. I'm taking over.
Good.
I'm cleaning house. The laundering, the bodies, all of it. I'm tearing it all down and starting over.
Congratulations.
I can make it right. Your father, I can clear his name publicly. I can give you anything you want. Money, position, the truth, all of it.
You had the truth 3 years ago. You watched me dig for it for months. You burned my father's files. You told me he got what he deserved. You let me think I was crazy for asking.
I was protecting the family.
Right. You always were. I'm returning this. The same scalpel I hid the night he first walked into my lab. Back then, I thought I might need it to survive him.
I'm sorry.
I know. You're sorry you got caught. You're sorry I didn't stay quiet and obedient and useful forever. You're not sorry you did.
That's not true!
I don't hate you. I just don't care anymore. And I know that's worse.
Evelyn, please.
I packed before sunrise. 2 boxes. My father's things. No note. No rearview mirror.
I got them, Dad. You can rest now.
Carter, the 4 p.m. toxicology panels came in. You want first pass?
Sure.
No one was breathing down my neck. No one was going to kill me over a result. Somewhere back in Chicago, Giovanni sat in a federal cell. Somewhere, Luca was cleaning up what his father left behind. Somewhere, Ezekiel and Sebastian were living with what they chose. I didn't wonder about any of it. It tasted like freedom. Three months after Giovanni Vitali's conviction, the quiet finally broke. Small towns teach you which cars belong. That one didn't. The boss left insurance. You never finish a Vitali job clean. I had spent 3 months pretending my life was ordinary.
You're late. Giovanni's prison contingency team. I've been tracking them for a month.
I had never expected Luca to cross a state line for me. I had expected a lot of things from him, not that.
The old man knew you'd betray him. Knew the girl was the only loose thread that could unravel everything.
We don't care about the Empire. We care about closing the case. I finished the family. Burned every offshore account. Handed over every remaining associate. I thought I erased every loose end. But he buried a final crew off the books, trained only to hunt you if he fell. I hacked the prison communications last week, found Giovanni's encrypted final order. He activated the crew the second his sentence was finalized.
I came here to warn you.
3 men I had walked away from. 3 men who had all lied to me. All standing in the same street because—
They've been tracking your location for 2 months, Evelyn. You weren't safe here. I ran cross-state threat intel. They're off-grid, no records, impossible to trace.
Walk away. The Vitali Empire is dead. There's no payout, no reward, no purpose to this kill.
You think we worked for money? The old man gave us freedom. Debts get paid.
I've scrubbed every encrypted file. There's no backup crew, no escape route. You're the last one. You die tonight, and Giovanni's legacy dies with you.
State police backup is 10 minutes out. Lay down the weapon, and you get due process. Resist, and you get shot dead where you stand.
Carter, the old man told me your story. You think you won? Your father didn't die for auditing grant money?
What are you talking about?
Thomas Carter wasn't killed over the grants. He found proof Giovanni was trafficking minors through the university's foreign student program. The money laundering was the decoy. Your father died trying to expose that. In one sentence.
The whole shape of my revenge cracked open.
I didn't know, I swear to you, I never knew. I missed it. He buried this deeper than anything else.
Fraud and murder had been the surface. Giovanni had hidden something worse underneath all of it.
The old man let you ruin his name and his empire because he knew you'd stop there. His last order wasn't revenge. It was silence.
I'm not dying tonight. I'm finishing his work. I'm exposing every last secret Giovanni buried. The fight ended in seconds. The real war started there.
I grew up in that house. I saw every bribe, every cover-up, every murder, but I never knew about the trafficking. He kept that separate from all of us. I thought tearing down the empire was enough. It wasn't. I failed you. I failed your father.
You were a child raised in a cage of lies. Your failure was ignorance, not malice.
I can recover the full database. Every victim, every accomplice, every university official who looked away. I slowed your investigation, Dusk. I was scared of the truth. I'm sorry.
I know. You were surviving the only way you knew how.
I used you as bait, all of it. Every sealed record from your father's file. I'm stepping down. I'm finishing what he started.
On the fourth day, we sent everything. Not just the money, not just the murders. Every hidden victim, every buried name. They found their own ways to atone. I didn't ask them to stay. Some people spend their lives running from the past. I spent mine defeating it. This was my ending. Mine alone.